and connection coming up. And our celebration begins now. Looks like you guys came to the right place at the right time. My name's Alicia Sacred Heart. I'm the project director here at the Vision Train, which is hosting this Design Science Salon today. This event is also a fundraiser for this program, this Design Science Studio program that we're in, and it makes it accessible to folks who would not be able to participate otherwise, prioritizing people of color, LGBTQ plus. You can scan the QR code in the bottom left-hand corner to donate to our Design Science Studio Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Scholarship Access Fund. And coming up here shortly, I think I'll be welcoming up Shelvanaya to join with me, right? And
I do believe so.
hi, Shelvanaya.
Hi, Alicia. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I am Chelvanaya Gabriel. I am one of the revolutionaries in cohort 3, Science Studio, and it is my pleasure to introduce amongst the cohort. So this is You Can Thrive, a model for integrative healthcare with outcome data with Luana DeAngelis. A thought leader, Luana emerges consistently in art, sound, health, and social justice. Take it away.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. It's been such a pleasure to get to hear all these brilliant ideas and these amazing creators. I'm so grateful to be part of this cohort, and I am so excited to offer you a few little offerings today. And the very first one is going to be about the project that we've been running here in New York City for the past 18 years. So let me share my video. And here we go. Play. So thank you for being part of this. My name is Luana DeAngelis. I am the founder of You Can Thrive. It's a visionary holistic care model. We developed it from an insider's perspective. I was diagnosed with cancer at a very young age. I enlisted the skills of the community with a passion. And since 2005, we have run a holistic wellness model that affects all people. My thing was, I didn't think it was cool that I had access to services that many people did not have access to. And I didn't think that our consciousness could allow me to receive these services without having my sisters be able to have them offered. So when I was diagnosed, I made it my business to reach out into the community. I also am an inventor, an artist, musician. I'll show you a little bit of that. And just let you know a little bit more about the inspirational stories at You Can Thrive. So I have used my gifts experience. I have a supernatural wicked redhead background, natural healers in my background, long lineage. And it's really been about transformation through pain, as so many of you have been. I chose to take the path of the warrior. So I have a generational background in natural health. So when I was diagnosed with cancer as a working artist, I moved my skills into how can I work for a cause? And I stopped touring on my music and doing a lot of the art, which I always have done and will always do, but stopped doing it in a professional factor and started doing it, in service. So I basically put myself in service. Had I known how difficult it would be, I'm not sure I would have been fearless enough to do it. But I started You Can Thrive in 2005. I was open by 2007. We had a center running at 19th Street in Flatiron. Here's a couple samples of my work. These are some encaustic pieces. I started channeling these ideas of bringing nothing into something and creation a few years back. And this is one of my guides. His name is the Fonz. So this is a model that's unified in caring. And it's really about Buckminster Fuller. I mean, when I heard this quote, and this quote has been part of my business plan for many years, that you never change things by fighting the existent reality. You can only change something by building a new model that makes the old one obsolete. And that's what I wanted to do with You Can Thrive, because I was working in the cancer. I was doing conferences. I was, going to all these integrative oncology conferences and actually presenting my model and the outcome data at all these conferences. And what I was seeing was it was a long shot for people to actually feel like they were going to support this model because it was too innovative. But we know that there's tons of data behind it, and and the data behind sound and things like that is prolific and profound, and we can go into it. But we knew that access mattered because access was going to change the outcomes for people. And I wanted to change outcomes. I wanted to see, for the first time in history, rates of cancer mortality falling. And I was able to see that in my lifetime. And I'll show you that. So we know that a monumental time has come in healthcare, and You Can Thrive is bringing this holistic mindset into a model that is all that's needed for people to thrive. And I started with cancer because people with cancer are very quick to start implementing changes when they're in fearing for their life. And I saw major centers begin to open, and I don't know how it came off the ground, but it kept growing. So we did it through community in unity, and we did it from an insider's perspective. We want to help everyone, and the model was all about paying it forward. So if you can't afford it, come. If you can afford it, come and donate, because you see that woman that's next to you that needs help. And so we've been just having I've had so many incarnations of the volunteers, and it's been such a beautiful, uplifting experience. I would never change it for the world, but it's really for those who need it the most and can afford it the least. And we've actually expanded into corporate wellness and using all of these amazing thought leaders who volunteer their time at the helm, and actually getting the services paid for, and then it goes back to actually serve them. So it is about access for all, because we know that we need to build psychosocial resilience. It's one of the main things that's needed for us to up-level our consciousness. And if we don't up-level our consciousness, we're going to destroy our planet, our mother. And so what I was channeling in the experiences that I had, and I was one of these spirit walkers who had gone to the other side at 21 years old, and been underwater drowning and broke my back and my pelvis and all sorts of crazy stuff. And I saw that sound was informing the matter. And when healing from all of these different things, I started to realize that this thing, this music, this sound that made me so happy, and what I put my life into creating albums and creating music and art, was actually a prolific healing modality. And so I started moving more into the conscious mortality, and I started really putting You Can Thrive, every single multidisciplinary event that we did was facilitated with sound, with live sound in the background. And I saw how powerful it was. So this is really about going from surviving to thriving, because focusing on the whole person during the life cycle. We started with cancer, but we have opened our doors to all marginalized groups, and the general public can come receive services. And if they choose to make a donation, every $18 that they donate goes back to provide a free hands-on service for someone with cancer. So it's really an equitable model, and it's been proven effective. So I'm going to show you that. But what I saw was that a lot of people were dying. In the cancer realm, and I was running these large centers, and that I had actually facilitated the resources to actually create. I saw that it was about 30% of people go on to metastasize and die from cancer. And I said that why, if we're having all of these advances in treatment, why has the mortality rate never dropped at all? It's only gone up in all of these years. And so I was doubling down on how many people can we serve? We're serving about 150 to 180 services per day in a 5 hour period. And, it was really about these women, the women who were going to come back. They're all gone now, but they needed support and they needed love and they needed hands on at no matter what. And so we made sure that we did that in community. And we've been touching lives since 2005. We're bringing equity to healthcare, and it's really about equal access to holistic care, mind, body health, integrative services, nutritional education, exercise. I couldn't break it down. I was someone who knew the whole model of what we needed, and I couldn't just give it to one person or give one aspect of the model because I knew it was about lock and key, that certain people would receive certain things more openly and be able to receive things like Reiki and energy work, and some people weren't there yet. And so we put navigators at the helm, survivor navigators, and those navigators hold space for people, and then they work on what is their preventative and educational plan, and then we implement that for better outcomes. Why did my screen stop moving? Okay. So it's really about a revolutionary model, and it's funny because a lot of the design science language is these graphics have been around for quite a while, and it is really about a revolution in health care. And we do it with this program. I want to just break the program down to you. So our programs are Urban Thrive, which is a patient navigation. It's thriver driven. Anyone that comes into the space gets us to hold space for them, and we get to help them to transform their community. And so we drive this. This is like the crux of our programming, and it starts with really being able to hold space. And I noticed that after doing this with thousands of women, I started to be able to channel directly to them after their session 2 sentences of something that would help them to start dissolving whatever fear or whatever barriers were there. And I think that everyone that I work with at You Can Thrive, and I teach them all this technique, sees how powerful just holding space for people's grief is. And so then we go into Urban Thrive, where we offer them holistic integrative services in a care model, and that's acupuncture, massage, aromatherapy, therapeutic sound. We have the Alexander technique, all sorts of amazing services. We have such a stellar group of humanitarians in New York City, and we've never had a lack for the ability to give the services. We do have a lack for our ability to navigate people into them, because that's what takes the most time. So then we have Echo Thrive, which is a nutritional counseling. So we identify what their risk factors are, what issues they might have psychosocially, and we help them to address those issues and to feel hopeful. And then we give them exercise to move the body so that we can change the epigenetic structuring of the body, because this really is about epigenetic restructuring. So the You Can Thrive model, we collected really well done data. It was not myself. It was collected by a PhD statistician who would come to the center and just gauge symptoms. So we were able to collect outcome data using Measure Yourself Medical Outcome Profile. We gauge their primary symptom and their secondary symptom, and whatever that was, whether it was, anxiety, depression, hot flashes, fatigue, nausea, whatever it was, we gauge those symptoms. We gauge them on a scale of 0 to 6, with 0 being wonderful, 6 being horrible. And we saw statistically relevant data across the board for symptom improvement and quality of life. So symptom improvement and their outcome, their quality of life. So this led to an IRB approved research study with Columbia Presbyterian, and they basically took the model that we have built and facilitated, and they turned it into here is a novel way to approach holistic care and a delivery system for integrative care. We also collected the data on people that were metastatic and took them out of their main environment, put them in a retreat setting, and gave them just 3 days of intensive love and food and art and dance and all the things that they needed. And we saw not only did the symptoms improve drastically, but they actually stayed improved across the board. And what I saw, and I didn't put this into the presentation, was in the years that we were running, we grew from a small center that was 5 or 6 rooms. We were then in the hallway and out in the waiting area in the back doing reflexology treatments and things like that. And then we grew to a bigger center, and then we grew to a 10,000 square foot center in Union Square. It was kicking every week. It was running like a well-oiled machine. And then we lost our main landlord funder. And within 6 months, I was re-diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So it was a very interesting correlation for me that my heart was broken, that I felt unsupported, and that I was asking really, really important questions, which was, how do you help people that have metastatic cancer that they say can never heal to heal? And so I was gifted that diagnosis so that I could be here to show you that you can have cancer that spread through your brain and 9 parts of your whole body and both lungs, and you can come back no evidence of disease for years with 0 drugs. And I have done it. So I've done it with these volunteers. So the volunteers doubled down. The volunteers came to my bedside. The volunteers augmented any sparse medical treatments that I had. I did need to get brain surgery because what happened was the cancer cells died off, and the liquid from the cancer cell die-off was stuck in my skull, and it couldn't come out, and it just created more and more and more and more pressure. I waited I think 9 months when they told me I needed to go home, but I was seeing the universe. I saw everything. I know so much more. I walked on the other side so brave, and I had angels coming to my aid. It was a beautiful experience. I wouldn't take back a day of it. So these people are heroes. Every one of them has facilitated care, and some of my volunteers have been with us for over 10, 12 years. So it's kind of a beautiful thing. And so I'm hoping that you can play this video for me. So somebody said that they had queued up this video, and this is Tasha. And she was very young, only like 32 when she was diagnosed. And I want you to hear a 1-minute testimonial of her story. Can someone cue that? Or are we unable to do that? Is anyone here?
I am here. I am curious where this video lives. I'm super happy to play it for you.
Okay, I put it in the back. I put it in the back end of the form when we did the
Oh,
form.
great. Give me just
Yeah,
30
Roxy, it should be in the experience form.
So should I escape, or can you share both screens?
I'll be able to close yours when I'm ready. Don't worry.
So Tasha is someone who was like a model client, because she came, she had so much stuff going on, her arm swelled up with lymphedema, so many painful side effects. And she was really bolstered. And I believe that, we know that epigenetics, trumps the biology of anything. So the environment that the cell sits in is going to be what turns on or off the cancer. And Tasha has never come back to me. It's been many years. After she finished volunteering and everything, she never called me and said, I got re-diagnosed. And what we saw over this time period, and whenever you want to change the slide, you can, but what we saw in this time period, so I was giving talks at Society of Integrative Oncology at all of these big conferences. And I spoke at a conference on our model and how we were doing it really well in New York City, and how it's actually a replicable model. I've made it replicable. And it was made to be replicable and a systems changing models from day one. And we've done this work really because this was about changing the system, changing the world, not just changing one survivor, but changing one survivor can change everything, because it changed me and I've changed a lot of people, and all the people that work with me change a lot of people. And so this is how we're going to change the world, is one survivor, one person at a time. And everyone is survivors, so we've all gone through our own stuff, and it's all for the purposes of healing, we come united. For the purposes of healing, we come united. And if we can unite for the purposes of healing, the problem is our algorithm is broken. Our algorithm is about making money, and our algorithm isn't about how to create peace on earth and heaven on earth. And so what I did was create my little slice of heaven on earth. And I just showed up every day and worked my butt off to make it happen. And when I just saw it blooming into a 10,000 square foot center, I would walk into that center and watch all of these people around the center having all of these services. And it would move me to tears every time. I would run all the way to the back of the center and put my head in my hands and say, who do I think I am? How do I think I could do this? And I'm looking for other people that want to have that same feeling.
Amazing. Well, the video's ready. I'll push play.
Thank you.
Thank you,
It's only
Luana.
1 minute.
Okay, great. And then we will be right back.
This place did not exist, I wouldn't exist. I love to volunteer because when I see the women come in, I remember when that was me. I remember my first day when I came here and I was so scared, I was so nervous. I'll never forget, it was such an accepting community and I loved it. It was just wonderful to be so accepted. So when I see the women come in now, I know where they're at and I know exactly how they're feeling, and I love to be able to just take their hands and say, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through this and we're gonna help you get through this. I love what this organization does because everything goes straight back to us, everything. And now I volunteer with the organization and I love it. And now I can help other women do what they did for me. And it's just amazing. It's not the end. This is just the beginning. That's the whole point of You Can Thrive. It's not just about surviving. It is about thriving. It's about being better than you were because you're more knowledgeable. You understand who you are. You're taking yourself into your own hands. You're taking responsibility for your own health and your own life and your happiness. If there wasn't a You Can Thrive, there would be no Tasha. I wouldn't exist the way that I exist now. And the joy that I have, I was able to retain because You Can Thrive does exist. And I would encourage anyone to, if they can, just to give to this organization as much as you can, because you're giving back to those of us who are going to impact this world in a special way.
Thank you. So I have so many of those stories, and you can go to greatnonprofits.org and you can read all of the testimonials. This is Amy. She's no longer with us. She left very quickly, but she was really engaged and a very beautiful soul. And so, we use sound because sound changes the vibrational frequency of everything. And Mitchell Gaynor was a profound integrative oncologist. He was on the board of directors at You Can Thrive up until his death, his untimely death. And he really, really was a champion of this cause. And we're looking for new champions now, people who understand the power of sound. So we have all this great online programming, and some of it's sponsored by Cureleaf, some of it's not sponsored. There's lots of sponsorship opportunities. But one thing I want you all to take note of is there's Twilight Tuesday. It's Eastern Standard at 8:30 p.m. every single Twilight Tuesday. And I've been facilitating as artist in residence for quite a while. And then we switch off to other artists in residence and we let them do 4 or 5 weeks. And it's really a kind of a beautiful thing. But I'm on right now. So if you want to really hear, I'm going to do a few minutes later, but if you want to hear more of my healing work, you can hear that online. And we have all these beautiful practitioners that come in and give time. It's 18 years, 5 different spaces we've had. And after COVID shut us down in our last space, we've been working remotely, and it was really good opportunity for me to understand how much energy can be affected across time and space and distance. So it's been really kind of beautiful. And there's all this great social awareness campaign. So anybody who's a graphic designer who wants to do marketing, who wants to help, we have really well done stuff that's ready to go. I just need some hands on deck. And here's our vision. So we have had.
Luana, you don't have any slides up right now because I was sharing the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just FYI,
So
we're
sorry.
also very over time. So if you need to share them again, please do. If you need to close out.
Okay, I didn't realize that there were no slides up, you guys. Sorry.
It
Can you see
just went
it now?
down because of the video.
Can you see it now?
Share them. You'd
Okay,
have to
so could you not see it? Oh, okay, I get it. I'm so sorry.
Before the video.
That is so annoying. Thank you that I did that I stopped sharing the screen. Thank you for telling me that. I thought it would just stay up there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Sorry about that, everybody. Actually, not sorry. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not sorry thing. Okay, so this is Mitchell Gaynor. There's no organ systems in the body that sound doesn't affect. So Mitchell was one of our champions. We've got lots of champions. There's amazing online programming. Please take note of Twilight Tuesday. We've done sound and plant medicine programs, all sorts of great things. We know that sound informs the matter of the body. It's open to everyone. Any donations benefit those that are most in need. So just bear that in mind. We've got lots of other programming that is available to everyone. We have social awareness campaign, looking for great graphic designers, looking for social media people. In community, we thrive. And here's our vision. We have had architectural drawings of this vision that we have of our own space that we are not sharing, and that is actually fully funded by our beautiful world. So our vision to have the services that we need, they're all based on air, earth, fire, and water. So, and we need creators. So there's lots of opportunities if anyone's interested. And thank you for being here and for being who you are and being creators. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Wow.
And if you have questions, feel free to let me know.
Amazing. Yeah, definitely. Let's take questions in the chat if we can. And everyone will have the experience or the opportunity to experience Luana's sound bath and sound performance, rather, sound healing experience here in about an hour, I think. It'll be an energy alchemy experience. So yeah, I just want to thank you so much, Luana. And I know it can be sometimes difficult to like encourage the pause and transition timing wise, but I hope that it didn't interrupt your flow too much. And I mean, it's such a big story to tell, and you're a walking miracle, and I'm so grateful that you're here to tell that story. And I look forward to giving you more spaces to tell that story and recruit other people, and continue to help create thriving futures for all. So thanks for all that you do. And
I can't wait to show you all the angel videos.
I'm here for it. I can't wait to see them. Amazing.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for hanging in there. I know we've had
I'll see you at Sound Energy Alchemy. Everything's perfect.
Everything's perfect. Great. Amazing. Okay. Well, guess what, Mark? We have, oh my gosh, I haven't even told everyone who this beautiful being is, but I just want you to know we reorganized the catalyst. So your beam room is actually just going to start right after this introduction. So instead of having if you were here a few hours ago, we had the Choose Your Own Adventure opportunity to kind of split into two spaces. And now that opportunity is about to happen again with a whole open space for beaming, and beaming with someone who I lovingly call the godfather of the design science studio, but an evolutionary who has been with us since the very, very beginning, Mark Smith, who has been, the sense of grasping our humanity and transition from reactionaries to refractionaries. And Mark is inviting us all to become the beam and beam in Regenera, and has consistently been inviting us all into this backcasting evolutionary alliance mediums, and is one of the stewards and a core part of the synarchy. So many things. We're so grateful for you, Mark, for your care, for this community, for this collective vision that we're all weaving, and all the timelines. So Mark is just going to share a little bit about the beam and invite y'all, whoever wants to go into the beam room, before we continue on.
Okay, well, thank you, Roxy, and everybody that's been beaming. And Luana, I just feel your journey so deeply. I can tell you that my story that threads all the way back 40 years came from a sense of beaming, but from internal, where I could feel that energy going through my body, and it helped to birth the leprechaun kin, and helped me arrive here with you all to beam, to be the mediums. And one of the things that we're doing, because also 40 years ago, Buckminster Fuller Institute was founded, and we're asking everybody to beam Bucky. And however that comes through you, there's an AHA slide series there. You don't have to do it right now. We'll be doing it in the session hereafter, or at your leisure. But over this week, we'll be carrying this story forward, this beaming Bucky stories, into the BFI 40th anniversary party and event in San Francisco. So I look forward to seeing you all over in the other room, and I'm going to beam out and send myself over there. Adios, muchacha. See you later.
Amazing. Wow. Well, pew pew, off he went, and in comes Shelvanaya to introduce the one and only Andy Lynn. So exciting.
It is very exciting. My goodness, I'm loving it. So yes, I'm Shelvanaya again, and we have coming up the Self-Portrait Project. See yourself reflected in others, with Andy Lynn. Andy Lynn is the creator of the Self-Portrait Project, a participatory art concept focused on catalyzing empathy between humans on Spaceship Earth. Take it away, Andy.
Thank you. And it seems like we're in the same place. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's good. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Here we go. This guy. Can everyone hear me? Okay. It's all right? Okay, cool. Do this. Okay. Thank you for that intro. And let me just say, I'm super grateful to be here. I'm super honored to be part of this cohort. I haven't spoke up much in our weekly sessions, but I've just been in a state of constant inspiration since day one with you all. So thank you, DSS, BFI, and all of you. Okay. The Self-Portrait Project is a participatory art concept I've been evolving and iterating upon for the last 15 years. It utilizes a two-way mirror, a camera, and a remote control. The camera is set up on the transparent side of the mirror, and the participant is located on the mirror side. Using a remote trigger and the mirror's reflection, the participant chooses how and when to photograph themselves. In the simple act of letting the model simultaneously be the photographer, the dynamic of the photo changes, as does the energy, and therefore the final image. As the photographer and model, you are wholly responsible for the images you create of yourself. The Self-Portrait Project begins with a metaphorical premise that to catalyze a positive and healing inertia in the world, one must first see oneself honestly in the mirror. The seed of the project starts with a tragedy. My father died in the most devastating accidental air disaster in U.S. history, only surpassed by 9/11, the 1979 crash of American Airlines Flight 191 at Chicago. As a result of the ensuing court case, I came into some money when I became an adult. I was blessed enough to have a sister who challenged my notions on wealth and where it ultimately belongs. And in 2003, I embarked on a philanthropic photographic learning tour of sorts in India, where I met with activists across the subcontinent to glean what was wrong in the world and how I, as a funder, might help support those working to make things right, and documenting the people and places I encountered along the way with my camera. Looking back, I now understand that the trip was a vision quest of sorts. I was discovering social change, deepening my photographic eye, and fleshing out my life's purpose, which combines these two things. I ended up winning a National Geographic Prize for one of my photographs on that trip, from that trip, of a freed bonded slave laborer in Maharashtra state. The award for me was validation for the path I was on and really catalyzed a continuation of it. Around this time, I was introduced to Buckminster Fuller. His story as guinea pig B was and continues to be a propelling force in my life, as a reminder to serve the highest good of all who exist on the planet. The realization that internal transformation is the trim tab that leads to societal transformation led to my mantra, love is always the appropriate reaction. Here's a banner of the so-called trim tab mantra being pulled down Rockaway Beach in New York in 2015. In 2006, I co-founded a nonprofit called Otherworlds with this incredible activist, Beverly Bell, and also my mentor. Otherworlds was dedicated to documenting and disseminating living, breathing case studies of large-scale alternative economies around the globe, with the intention of inspiring hope that just alternatives exist to the profits over people paradigm that's so prevalent in the world. During my time with Otherworlds, I traveled the globe photographing social movements such as the landless workers movement of Brazil, worker-controlled and owned factories in Argentina, the Zapatistas of Chiapas, and the gifting economy in Mali, where I went with Mariette, shown there. Ingrained in many of the societies is this belief that decisions are best made by those directly affected by them, or said another way, nothing about us without us. Inspired by these groups, I created the Self-Portrait Project in 2009. The method underlying the Self-Portrait Project is an intentional way of modeling the aforementioned paradigm of self-determination. You use the mirror and remote to choose how and when you present yourself. Not only is it a way of capturing a compelling, uniquely honest portrait, but it also mimics a core tenet of some of the social justice movements around the world, which are upending inequitable power structures. To me, it's a minor act of rebellion captured in a moment of light. As a social change endeavor, our system provides folks who've been marginalized or dispossessed an opportunity to tell their own stories on their own terms, rather than having someone take their photo. The project traveled to Haiti after the 2010 earthquake, set up for a lot of the internally displaced camps, and partnered with Haitian-led community groups and Amnesty International to get the images out to the world. Likewise, we set up in 7 different cities in Palestine in 2015 in order to amplify Palestinian voices affected by the occupation. As an image archive, the Self-Portrait Project has enabled tens of thousands of participants in 9 countries to document themselves in over 1 million portraits over 15 years and counting. I think we're up to 1,200,000 portraits now. As a young photographer, I was first inspired by Ansel Adams' landscapes. They're what drove me to become a photographer. I only realized recently that I'm doing a similar thing with the Self-Portrait Project. With a single portrait, you see a human. With enough portraits, and you can recognize the landscape of humanity. As a system of photography, the Self-Portrait Project provides a fascinating glimpse into the denizens of spaceship Earth. When you're looking at these portraits, you're looking at people who are looking into their own eyes through the two-way mirror. We talked about eye-to-eye contact in one of last week's sessions. This is a face-to-face connection system that lends a very particular kind of visual vulnerability. And as a storytelling tool, we're creating video testimonials to convey ideas in a compelling way, inspired by psychologist Arthur Aaron's work on interpersonal closeness and empathy, and aesthetically by Andy Warhol's screen tests. We record the subject looking into their own eyes through a two-way mirror, and then layer a separate audio interview over the video. Here's an early beta test I did with my beautiful mom, who was talking about her experience emigrating from Taiwan.
I came from Taiwan. I very excited to come to United States. When I live in Taiwan, I was a teacher. So total my student about 100. About 100 students.
Just a snippet. And then there's the Dymaxion map. My project for the Design Science Studio, it involves installing public photo mirrors around the world using our technology, which would connect disparate areas and people of the planet to each other. The mirrors themselves could be in the shape of pieces of the icosahedron and would essentially be portals to one another. With the trim tab mantra, see yourself reflected in others in mind, I want to see how our unique system of photography might be used to facilitate more empathy in the world, how it might connect humans more deeply to themselves and to each other. The mirrors as windows into others' hearts and minds. So some years ago, I was going through a breakup, and I woke up one morning feeling just the brunt of it completely. I went into a deep meditation, and I fell into a vision with the pieces of my broken heart expanding and contracting and rotating around me. It was a very powerful vision, and it was communicated to me that my brokenness was my power. When I came out of the meditation, I recorded this journal entry. Ultimately, a main goal of the project is to build bridges between people across the globe through color, light, pixels, and lumens, and in doing so, perhaps heal the brokenness inside and outside of us. The world's fractured in many ways, but we can use the brokenness as an opportunity to build something new and more beautiful explicitly because it was once broken. In enabling people to see themselves in others, we can help kintsugi the world. Empathy can be the epoxy. So I'm still sussing out the practical details of implementing this idea in the world. But what I'm describing here is essentially kind of an intraplanetary disco ball, distributing light and color where it's needed most, with each mirror serving as a sort of structural entheogen, and those who use the mirrors as artist alchemists, transforming the thoughts and emotions of themselves and of those with whom they connect. Thank you.
Wow, Andy, it's a whole different experience to get to hear from you and see the breadth of the beauty and the distance that you've covered with this initiative. And I am so moved and like excited to be a part of seeing how this next phase of it comes to life. I mean, there's so much happening in the chat while you were sharing, but I can only, as someone who, I didn't have a personal family loss to that scale, but I was in a fatal car accident a year ago and like spent the year recovering and kind of moving through that like threshold of near death, and not everyone survived, and it was just very intense. But like, what do you do with that next phase, and how do you like utilize it for the most possible good, and transforming that? I know Buckminster Fuller, he had a story where he was
Alexandra.
Yeah. And like, yeah, it's like these, these threshold moments where we're faced with our mortality, and then like, how do we live better, and how do we live more fully, and how do we invite others into that, like the fullness and the beauty of life, and to see themselves in this way. That moment when you were sharing about the landscape of humanity is just so beautiful. And yeah, just so grateful for this work, and really looking forward to how it continues to create beautiful ripples in this community and in the world, and being a part of that story.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here and alongside all of the rest of the revolutionaries here. The guinea pig bee, that moniker came out of, as I understand it, from after his daughter died, and he tried to commit suicide in the lake, and then had that kind of really intense metaphysical experience, and that's always stayed with me.
Yeah. I didn't know that story until I think maybe 2021 or something like this. Amanda Joy Ravenhill told it to me.
Yeah.
And for those of you who aren't like picking up enough on the context clues here, yeah, after his daughter died and Bucky was feeling really suicidal, and he had this, as Andy said, this very metaphysical moment where he realized instead, how can I make my life an offering, essentially, to do the most good possible in one lifetime. And that's what he made his personal goal of his life. And now here we are, like feeling the ripples of that in so many ways, and seeing how that continues to.
And I'm trying to embody that as well.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. Well, it's a lot easier when we do it together. So may our collective quest be a boat that raises all ships. And I'm grateful to be in these waters with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Okay, amazing. Wow. All right, up next, we have a little fun interval. Our friend Cello Joe, who is a really brilliant beatboxing, looping, singing, classical hip hop cellist, who's a part of the Design Science Studio and a revolutionary, is debuting this video, Party with a Purpose. So as we're in this celebration, may we enjoy this piece from Cello Joe.
Song, yeah, about love and breaking up, cheating, making up, yeah. I love a catchy melody as much as the next guy. The way a melody can soar from load. Love songs make me sigh. Music with a message is what gets me high. So let's party with a purpose. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright. Party with a purpose. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright. Let's party. Now doing drugs, drinking, and dancing is a lot of fun. Yeah. Let's make sure we also get some shit done. Yeah, do the inner work, don't be a jerk. Let's plant some gardens while we twerk. So let's party with a purpose. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, party with a purpose. Yeah, 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 yeah. And everybody sing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get together and let's celebrate. The time has come for us to create a permaculture paradise all across the land. Yeah, plant some seeds, smoke some trees, dig in the dirt with our hands, and we'll be singing yeah, 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 yeah. Sing it. Yeah, yeah, come on. Yeah, alright. Politics are full of so much hate, but we gotta draw down carbon and regenerate. The clock is ticking, there's no time for debate. We gotta act now or we'll seal our fate. So let's party with a purpose. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm here for it. Let's do it. I believe this is exactly that. We are partying with a purpose. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So silly and great. I loved that. Woo. Amazing. I'm loving what's happening in the chat. They can cut down all the flowers, but they can't stop the spring from coming. Yes. So beautiful. Okay. Well, next up, we actually have the musical sound bath situation that is happening with Luana, but I think Luana might be in the went over to the beam and had it and got beamed off into the distance. So we maybe will flip it if you're open to it, Sudeep. And you can go, and then Luana can go after you. Amazing. Okay, great. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to bring Pablo up here to introduce you. So excited for this, and I'm going to work on queuing up your supplementary content.
Hi, everybody. So let me turn Sandeep, and let's meet not Sandeep, but Dr. Slow, a chemical engineer, biomimetic life scientist, environmental designer, rocking the planet gently. Sandeep, welcome to the stage, and thank you for being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pablo. Thank you, Roxy and the team, Bliss and Bucky. Thank you so much for creating this fantastic world for us and inspiring us. Sudeep, since there's an opportunity, Su in Sanskrit means good or beautiful, and Deep means light or lamp. So the program that Amma in India on the other side, right now it's about 7:40 a.m. there. So they are watching also, I think, and I'm grateful for all the teachers, for the Jesuit education, and I want to appreciate the beauty as we go along. And so I'm speaking from Ojai, OJAI. This is Chumash land. And Julie Tumamite Stensley, the elder here from here, was available earlier, but because of some schedule changes, she said she'll join another time. So we have her. I want to arrive at this moment. Slowing to Nothing is the title. And we've heard earlier Andy mentioning about life even coming to a pause. And so even before that, while we are still alive, reaching the state of samadhi in terms of a silent mind, a silent table, to observe that and to observe all the complex systems of our world at work. My life began some decades ago on the banks of the Godavari River, where on the one side there are marigold plantations and bananas on the other side, and sugarcane would always smell either of fruit or flowers. And the trains were filled with all these, and also baskets of fish. And on the banks of the Godavari River, my father, an engineer and a yogi, built this beautiful caustic soda plant, sodium hydroxide. And I share this because it was with the help of the Japanese people. And caustic soda in those days, it was made using the mercury cell process, where you have a swimming pool of mercury and you fill it up on top of salt water and you zap it with energy, and salt, sodium amalgam mixes. You rinse it with water, you get sodium hydroxide and chlorine gas. And they use it to bleach sugar. When sugar is beautiful and molasses and natural with all the minerals, take it out to make it look white. So fallacy number one, why do something when you don't really need to? And I saw the impact of that mercury and the caustic soda and the chlorine on my father. Fast forward a few years, and studying chemical engineering, kind of following Dad's footsteps, and 1984, early December. And Bhopal happens in the heart of India, 20,000 people extinguished overnight, and a few 100,000 after that. Why? To make methyl isocyanate, a pesticide. Why? So that we can monocrop and fertilize and kill things. Not regenerative. And it makes you ask yourself, what am I doing this for? What kind of a chemical engineer you want to be? And there are moments of absolute beauty that just stun you, whether it's driving a motorcycle in the night and then turning off the headlights, and as you come down to a parking spot where my friend tells me stop there, and then you look up, and 13 feet above, there's giant white tusks of an elephant that works in his timber plant in Kerala, or riding a white Vespa after coming from the uranium plant in rural India, and troubled by the fact that uranium was leaking out of the plant and affecting the local population, and having birth defects, and all sorts of impact on their health. And to realize the half-life of uranium is 2.5 billion years with a B. And so that toxic pollution has a long tail in time. That chlorine and that mercury might be a short neurotoxin, maybe 1 or 2 generations. And that Bhopal, even now in year 2023, even now it is still having effects even after 40 years. And so fast forward from there, riding the white Vespa, I wanted to share with you, because coming out of that uranium plant, and it was dusk and the moon was rising, and I could see on the road red soil, and on either side farms waterlogged. And something about the moon caught my attention, and some things, there are things of beauty that arrest you. And I turned off the scooter and paused, got off, and I just saw on that water beautiful white lotuses. Just only when I stopped, I recognized that there was actually lotuses just basking in that moonlight. And that just kind of arrested me. And I feel that there are things like that for us in our journey as we are going about, as we are designing, as we are creating, as we are mixing, beatboxing. There are so many nucleating agents pollinated everywhere that are levers for us to inspire us to pick up and move on, and to dust off. I'll quickly go through a few other spots. I want to share about plastic pollution, but I also want to share about the story of humanity. Met Museum, New York, Getty Museum, Los Angeles, arriving into Sandia Labs that made the switches for the Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Sandia Labs, $3 billion. Can you please design a coating to protect monuments and statues made of limestone? These are weathering away in acid rain. And as I research, I look at, for sculptures that were etched about 1,000 years ago, photographs taken about 100 years ago still have the chisel marks from the sculptor. So up until about 100 years ago, they were fine. But then pictures taken about 100 years later, they're completely disfigured and there's no statue left. When you're losing the story of our human story, of our civilization, and once it's gone, it's gone. So it's a question of not only are we losing the sense of life, even the story about who we are, what we've accomplished, what we have done, even that is going away. And another problem that we are addressing is we can take, for that particular problem, that limestone, protecting that limestone, we initially spent 4 years designing a very sophisticated organic, inorganic hybrid, because my professor, Dr. C. Jeffrey Brinker, he was considered as the father of sol gel science. And we did a fantastic job, created a very beautiful coating, but it didn't register deep inside. It just didn't have what Bucky called beauty. And I didn't know it at that time, but I knew that we had to start from scratch, trusting that gut instinct, that aesthetic of beauty that arrested you and said, something is just not right. And that beauty has a certain gravity. And that gravity creates a sort of develops a deep foundation on which you can build other things, and people are inspired by it. So scrapped all that, found a professor who actually showed shells, seashells, abalone shells, and said, look at this animal. It just secretes a protein and then waits for the diurnal cycles of the salt content to crystallize, nucleate crystals on top of that protein, and then starts over again next day. And then it builds this beautiful organic and inorganic complex composite that is super tough. And it's done at room temperature and atmospheric pressure. Green chemistry at work. That is so inspiring. Bill McDonough, guru from architect from Charlottesville, Virginia, and Michael Braungart, Hamburg, Germany. There's no need to have a grave. There's no, the concept of waste that's eliminated. Let's use natural energy. There's no cradle to grave. There's no away. Let's keep it cradle to cradle, keep it in the circle. So cradle to cradle, green chemistry. And then also, at that time, this biomimetic design, even before it became popular, this was all there. In fact, Janine Benyus has a slide where she shows our research. And it's beautiful that take these, and then you come to IDEO, the beautiful design firm, and this says human-centered design, human-centered design. About 15 years ago, I said, what is this human-centered design? What about the microbes? What about the squirrels? What about all the other animals? What about those living systems? So life-centered design. So encapsulating all these, I said, how do I encapsulate it? And what is something that covers all these? Slow food, Carlo Petrini in Italy. Slow food, good for the humans, good for the farmers, good for the soil, regenerative. So, okay, maybe there's a way for us to create good technology. Oh, let's call it slow tech. So that's how slow tech was born about 9 years ago. About 1 year while my daughter Sequoia was in the womb. So as that baby was coming and forming, all those, that embryo was forming. So I want to share just one more quick story, and that is the story of the plastic pollution, microplastics. Every laundry cycle, 1 million microfiber fragments, and any kind of plastics out there disintegrating the UV oxidation, and they're all ending up in the environment, and they stay there forever. If it's in the oceans, in other environments, they're acting as sequesters of toxins. And if any living species gets in touch with that, they're getting a concentrated dose of that, whatever the polyaromatic hydrocarbons or PCBs or any of those. And so we can keep wearing our clothes the way we are, or we can actually shed our skin and become vulnerable ourselves. And so about 8 years or 9 years ago, we looked at that problem and said, well, what if we can weaken that particular textile so that it's okay while we're wearing, but when it ends up in the environment as a fugitive, then the technology gets deployed. And so it's a sacrificial way in which that material, like a sacrificial anode in a boat or in a foundation, that actually gets corroded instead of the actual structures. This material actually allows the microbes to colonize, they see it as food, and then gets mineralized into biogas and biomass. So that long tail of pollution in time, we are eliminating that. So in some ways, if you lose a tail, you're ending up with an evolved species. So it's another way of evolving a new kind of material that you think anticipatory design, you think ahead, say it's going to end up there. So why don't I go ahead and design that? So thinking a few steps down the road. So Bucky's ideas about anticipatory design, about beauty, and also thinking about all living species, all these elements played a role. And so I'm grateful for the wonderful community we have here. I want to just end with a quick a small video. But before that, I'll just invite you to join me for a brief elephant trunk. Okay, elephant has come and gone, walking, enjoying. May I please have that short video, please? Thank you. I might be running a little extra on time.
What is cyclotechnology and how does it work? Welcome. I'm Sudeep Motapalli Rao, lead inventor of Cyclo, a sustainable textile technology. Synthetic materials like polyester and nylon are thermoplastics used widely in textiles for their durability, high performance, easy care, and affordability. But when we make these textiles, wear and wash them, tiny microfiber fragments are shed. These fragments have become a major environmental pollutant. Because these fibers are made from durable plastic materials, they cannot get broken down by natural microorganisms. So they persist in the environment, causing harm to the food chain. What's the Cyclo solution? Cyclo technology solves this problem by transforming the chemical nature and structure of these materials, making them attractive to microbes. Cyclo gets permanently embedded during the production of polyester and nylon, whether it's virgin or recycled. Thankfully, adding Cyclo to polyester and nylon does not compromise the durability or technical characteristics of the product. How does Cyclo work? Cyclo fibers contain biophilic active ingredients which attract microbes and provide them with nutrients and access points. These colonies grow as they create powerful microenvironments to break down and digest all the material. The microbes eat the carbon in these materials for energy and to build their cell mass like all living things. What remains are just natural elements like biogas and biomass. How is Cyclo tested? Cyclo is tested at independent third-party labs for chemical safety with Eco-Passport certification by Oikotex, for efficacy using global standard tests such as ASTM and ISO methods, and for ecotoxicity to ensure environmental safety. So Cyclo delivers the same high-performance quality product but with a better environmental footprint. Learn more at cyclotextiles.com.
I just wanted to just close out with just a couple of thoughts. I want to leave behind this particular product, this baby of a technology, also has had an impact not just in the company, but also in the industry, where it's serving as a trim tab, because now you're bringing a product that actually, the technology actually makes people think, hey, what am I adding? Because this is now living systems are coming into contact. And so I think it's important to separate out. There's nothing bad in the whole world. Lead might be a neurotoxin, but it's needed when you get your x-rays done at the dentist. And so it's the concentration and where you apply it. Plastics have been helpful, but plastic pollution is extremely abhorrent. And so our aesthetic is about how do we create and how do we manage it. And so same thing with nuclear energy. People say, oh, you could do it. It's carbon neutral, it's carbon free, zero carbon. Well, how many nuclear reactors have we decommissioned in the world? In the US, 0. And if you have a material that has a half-life of 1 billion years or 10,000, 28,000 years, plutonium, americium, I didn't even mention anything about the project in Los Alamos, New Mexico, where some small nuclides have now found their way into the Rio Grande River that bisects New Mexico and divides US and Mexico. So there are impacts, the long tails we want to chop them off. And so we want to be able to tailor down that long tail, and so that we can have a wholesome product that's beautiful, that's comprehensive. So I hope that slow technology is something that you can apply in any form, in whether we are in a stressful condition, whether we are in a situation where we're in extreme sadness, that we can gravitate to the bottom of the ocean at 0 degrees, minus 273 degrees Kelvin. That's all molecule sees activity. And then from there, we can build up like kelp, come up, rooted in the ground, but up into the sunlight with buoyancy. So I hope that this has been helpful. I invite you to India, where we have built a place for social entrepreneurs to also pause. And Ojai, I invite you to our home and to the bounty of Ojai. This is the bounty of Ojai. These are persimmons. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Slow. Sundeep, this was amazing. First of all, thank you for your recounting of your connection to the land and how this has a greater impact. And I personally, I've been in the fashion industry for a long time. In Colombia, there's a massive swimwear craze, and all the brands are trying to be sustainable, and they buy from Econil, which is this Italian polyester company that does recycled nets. But microplastics is such a big thing. It's such a big problem because apparently now there's a percent, like we eat like a credit card, like we all have a credit card of plastic within us. So wow, thank you, because this is such a beautiful solution, and so I need to segue to our next speaker, which will be a wonderful experience of sound, and we have the pleasure of having Luana back on. Thank you so much for being here. You'll have 15 minutes for us to enjoy your beautiful healing frequencies. Thank you, Luana.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. We come united for the purposes of healing. We come united for the purposes of healing. And I just need to put original sound on. So, dropping into your heart and just sensing what has been happening, that we ask that all of the information that we've brought in this beautiful day become coherent and to sink into the flesh of our flesh, into the bones of our bones. So we ask that the sound begin to activate all areas of the physical corporeal structure now. And the sound is here to activate in the clearest way each and every cell in your body, each spiral of sound. Now, we call you in to activate. There is a knowingness in your beingness that cannot be torn asunder. You are the nectar in the flower. You are the rumble in the thunder. You are the song and you are the singer. What can be brought, you are the bringer. Expand, unfurl into the unknown knowing. You are that which you speak, which you seek. Do not seek time, but timelessness. You are the web and you are the weaver. Not just thought, but conceiver. Spiraling out, you birth the cosmos. You are the saved and you are the savior. You are the one inside the all. Do not falter. We come to you united for the purposes of healing. So inhale that. We come united for this activation, for this knowingness of our ability to transcend the human condition, to come into divine accord in this body, in this time, space, or place. For the purposes of healing, we unite now on this call for all to hear that the matter in the body become attuned, in tune, in divine accord now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you begin to sense the back body opening, the sound frequencies traveling down the spine, the spiral Fibonacci, activating the matter in this body, activating all active structures of this body. We activate the organs. Breathe that in. We activate the tissues. We ask that each frequency that is not for the highest good of this body, each thought pattern that may not be in divine accord, to be released now. If the time is right for the good of these souls, we ask that you come forth and let go, release, unwind, unfurl anything that's not for the highest good. We cleanse it, we clear it, we let it go now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And any thought patterns, any habit patterns that have been cleared now, we wash with love. We wash with the unlimited knowingness of the quantum field at our command. For the sound generates the spiral of wholeness and can activate, can cleanse, clear, seal, and protect every cell in this body, in every copy of this body, in any time, space, or place. Cleanse, clear, let the sound remove obstacles. Well, traveler, just begin to feel and sense the sound taking you outside of the left-right brain structure, asking that the eyes roll back, connecting to the back of the brain, the driver's seat, filling in the spaces in that part of our brain. Thank you. We're so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And continue to go wider and deeper into the earth now, letting the sound begin to activate the crystalline structure of our mother planet. Thank you, Mama. We are so grateful, thank you, Mama, for the water that activates and holds the consciousness of this planet in our body. We ask and thank the water now. We love you, we're so grateful. We ask with your mind's eye connected into your body to go down now into our mother planet. Connect with the liquid structure of the water and let it wash over the stones. Stone medicine. Every vibrational frequency of each and every stone, mineral, vitamin activated now with that consciousness of our mother water. Thank you, Mama. In equal and perfect amounts, we channel in all of the physical needs of this body. In perfect amounts, we ask the vitamin and mineral profile to align with divine. We ask the enzyme profile to connect to source. Thank you, we're so grateful. Thank you, we love you. Thank you, we're so grateful. Deeper into the planet, there are minerals and metals. We ask that that water fill all the cracks and crevices of this beautiful planet and connect to us through that source, activating gold and silver, the source of the source. Thank you, we're so grateful. And washing those metals with clear, beautiful, abundant, the life's blood of the mother water. Thank you. Thank you to the waters. And now with your breath, pulling those perfect aligned frequencies, that spiral Fibonacci sequence, activating the flesh, the tissues of this body with the Fibonacci spiral of our mother planet. We are a mirror. There is no separation. And so we sit, we pray with sound in divine accord that we may be peacemakers on this planet, that we may act and evolve in the spirit of evolving all that is, that resides within us. We are so grateful. Thank you. We love 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 you. I'm so grateful. So now feeling in the body the alignment of source energy. Connected with the mother, reach up your spine in safety to the field that governs matter. You are that. We connect now, heaven to earth as the conduits. we are. We activate quantum source powerful energy, the smallest piece of energy, the most impact you could ever have. The smallest wave travels fastest. So we activate all of that power of the field around us now to come in, to connect. Heaven and earth lies between us. We are the conduits, and we choose love. We activate the power of community in unity. We choose to create mindfully. Breathing in that knowingness of your beingness. Cannot be separated. We love you. We're so grateful, Mama. We're so grateful. Thank you for this opportunity to be together in community and unity. Let us resonate at our highest frequency for the most creation available to us. That all things that we do create peace. And that we are a reflection of the peace in our world. Thank you. And just sensing the space that you feel in your physical body at this moment. I'm so grateful. I hope I didn't go over time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you can find this work is available full scale every Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern. 5:30 Pacific. We do a charitable event called Twilight Tuesday, so feel free to sign up. It's at youcanthrive.org.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So to segue to our next speaker, let me segue in Giselle Q, who's a systems engineer and visionary, guided by indigenous wisdom and creativity. Welcome, Giselle Q. Welcome.
Thank you. Gracias, Miigwech Tlasokamati. So I have my partner here, Nabek Liberty, and myself, we're going to be sharing a song called Fire Warrior. This song speaks to the collective, bridging ancient rhythms, cosmological philosophies, and our futures. Everything we've spoken about, this song aims to embody. It illustrates the dark forces that penetrate our communities, pitching us against one another. But it also talks about how we have prevailed and how we can resonate our collective resilience to resist the genocide, the colonization, the oppression and the occupation, the globalization and the climate crisis, everything, once again, that we've been talking about here today. And so I hope you enjoy. So here we go. It tried to bury us. It didn't know we were seeds. Like seeds, we pushed through the darkness, some without water, parched, lips dry. Water is life. Looking up into the darkness, pushing, we can see the light. Hope if we only keep going. Our nation's resilience, evidence of our fortitude. Like those little seeds we push through to give life, we are still alive. They tried to bury us, choke us under the rubble, mow the lawn, they said, and like seeds, we rise. They tried to break us, break our spirits, break our backs, suffocate the future, and we, the seeds, we break the chains, fears, abundance. We push through to the light. We are still alive. They tried to make us forget that we are the ancestors of the future, that we carry the blood of the intelligence, that we know how to survive, to thrive, and we rise. They tried to erase us, and like seeds, we push, we swim, we climb, we pierce through the dirt. We rise through your pressure, oppression, depression, your occupation. We rise through the pain, the virus, the mass destruction, the wars, the passive aggression, the ultra-violence, the intergenerational trauma. We rise. We are still alive. rise through your vulgar efforts to silence us, to silence our children, to silence our future. We rise through the genocide, and since 1491, we rise. This is not post-colonial. This is AI accelerated warfare of mass destruction. They tried to take the land, the water, the energy. They tried to take your spirit, your mind, and yet we rise. We rise to take our power. Rise like the seeds, the roots that fight through, intertwine, creating a network in the dark. We are the darkness. We are the light. We rise. Like your fingers caressing my hair, tingling spine, electric body. My nervous system is on fire, and still we rise. Caressing my wounds, lifting me up, the children of the sun, licking my sacred blood. Curando mis heridas como las semillas de nuestro corazón. Somos la sangre de nuestros ancestros. Somos la sangre de nuestro futuro. Somos la medicina de nuestra existencia. Somos la oscuridad. Somos la luz. They tried everything for 65 days, 75 years, and 13 generations. They tried to bury our memory, and still we rise. Like the first leaves in the morning dew, eyes wide open to the morning sun, we see the truth you cannot hide. Sees lies, sees bombs, sees war, sees cries, sees fire. Where is the sympathy? Where is humanity? You are not innocent, your governments. The people will rise. The people will remember. Humanity will not forgive. History will not forget. They tried to bury us. Say her name. They tried to bury us. Say their name. They tried to bury us. Say our name. They tried to bury us. We are still here. And still we rise. They tried to bury us. They didn't know we are seeds. Thank you. Miigwech, muchas gracias.
Wow, thank you.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias. Wow, where are you both calling in from today?
We are from the beautiful Gawa Babaganagkag White Earth Indian Reservation in northern Minnesota. So you can say something if you want.
I'm good.
That's it. That's what we got for you tonight. So I know you've been, it's been a long show. So yeah, just want to show our gratitude and share a little bit about, you know, what we've been up to, which is kind of bridging that indigenous from, you know, Anishinaabe and Mexica kind of ancestry with, you know, what we're seeing in the world today, and harnessing that grief, that love, that empathy, that resilience, that resistance into music. So yeah.
There's one thing we go we get to one Nino Internationabe we young we do kawi gain minimum ginawa gawanta gitue kuma misiwe kamik gawing ginawa gi nashike yasim sawendamang weni we shabwi ekima in a kamikisi. So just a quick translation amongst the Anishinaabe people to address all the people that are suffering around the world. You're not alone. We, you know, have ceremony and we do our tobacco and talk for all of, you know, especially the things going on overseas that are really horrible. Yous are not alone, and we are praying for yous and for yous to come through in a good way. So I wanted to say that much.
Gracias. I love the phrase, somos la medicina de nuestra existencia. The medicine of our existence. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Really,
again.
that whole musical journey was like, it was so powerful to get to go through, like the it felt like a transmutation prayer from like the pain and through the resilience and the suffering to, but also, I don't know if you were, I think you've been on all day, Bridget, whenever Karishi was sharing the spoken word piece that was also about like through the difficulty we become more resilient, and then Aleke was also talking about like we will not forget our ancestors, we will continue to bring them forward. I just feel like the way that you've like woven this into your music, and thank you for also speaking in your native language, and really bringing us into that prayer and the way that you're bridging your indigenous heritage and your indigenous practices and this modern ritual, and the music is just such a treasure and a gift, and I'm really looking forward to more opportunities to experience more of your music and the collective prayer that you weave with the. Can you share with everyone the name? I remember that it was, I think, Ishkodekwe and the Awakening or something.
Ishkodekwe, so that in Anishinaabe, that is fire woman, and that is the name that I was given by the Anishinaabe people, because originally my family's from Mexico. I'm from Los Angeles, and I've kind of found a home here on the White Earth Indian Reservation. And so with the bridging of the north, you know, being here, northern Minnesota, Anishinaabe people, and the south, which is where my original ancestors came from. So it's like the eagle and the condor, the north and the south, like uniting Turtle Island. And so what I have back here is a wewed, which is a Mexica traditional drum, and then the modern acoustic or modern drum kit, just kind of exploring those soundscapes, healing, because I myself, you know, and a lot of folks up here, we're all going through our healing journey, and I think music has definitely been able to be that healthy outlet for both grieving, but also empowering ourselves, myself, and I think, and I'm also a violinist, so like the violin, the drum, the spoken word, and then badass drummer right here. It's very meditative for me as well. So I hope that it resonated with all of you and that we were able to share our message. And so once again, miigwech, gracias, tlasokamati, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. So, all right, have a good night.
So up next, we have our galactic transformation agent, will be giving us his experience time mirror. So we have Harlan again. Welcome, Harlan. Welcome to the stage.
Thanks, Pablo. Thanks, everyone. So this is kind of like a very ambient, meditative kind of journey. I see I'm scheduled for 20 minutes. I don't know if we need to go all that long, and I know we're way over speed. It's pretty late already for everyone. But and it's kind of hit or miss. It's kind of interesting. And sometimes I impress myself, and sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, this is not working. So with that in mind, when I was practicing yesterday with Stacy, I was able to put a loop. I use a synth pedal, a delay, and a looper. So we're just going to start off with something that actually works. Like I said, I impressed myself. So I'm just going to turn the volume up, and we'll go on a little sonic journey here. I'm going to overlay. Let's see, get the camera right. Woohoo! Sound okay? Well, how is that? Was that long enough? Did everyone enjoy that? Hopefully it was a sonic journey. And, obviously it's all improvised. I'm just winging it, trying to go for that, like, timeless deep space, just floating. So thank you
Harlan,
all.
it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that was my first time ever
Absolutely perfect.
performing something like that over a Zoom, over live. So it's kind of cool. It's usually just in person.
So, Harlan, I'd love you to. Oh, I love this echo. I can hear myself. That's great. I'd love you to accompany me if you'd be willing, as I would Claire if you're still there. I hope you are. I'd love you to accompany me also.
Okay, I'll just keep some minimal droning stuff back there.
Yes, and in fact, with either or both of you, Claire, are you there? God, I hope
I'll respond to your lead, your cue. To keep it
right. The key thing is actually, which is why it would be great to have Claire also, is that there's no rhythm. So you guys, the lag problem won't matter because you're going to be sort of weaving in and out of each other and responding to each other, but not in like real time, which is sort of part of the point. Because we're creating, this is called verbal psychedelics, and we're creating a state using language, right? Which is sort of timeless. It sort of induces meditation, essentially. That's sort of what psychedelics do as well, if you think about it. And there is some active in my system right now. And so my job is to take that, what that's likeness, right? And carry it on a wave of your own responses to that feeling, really just that noticing of, the work that you've both done, I'm sure. I know you've done, Claire, because I've read about it. And Harlan, I'm guessing that if we've ended up here, you've done some work too. And you're like, oh yeah, there I am. There's the infinite nothing within or something like that. Or whatever the fuck. I can't, words. I can do words, but not like this, you know what I mean? So yeah, we can get going. And yeah, Roxy, like I said, what I'd love you to do is just like, I have no idea how long it takes. I don't know what's happening. You'll know if it's over, or if you need it to end, please just come on screen and I'll see you and I'll bring it into land, right? But I'll take a sec to land.
Okay, sounds good. Just, I will remind that we are streaming on 8 different platforms.
Perfect. Love it.
Including Buckminster Fuller Institute's YouTube and Facebook.
Hi guys. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
It's going to be amazing. Welcome.
Okay.
To Adrock, Claire, and Harlan's improvisational herbal psychedelics experience.
However, not as an ego thing, but lighting thing. Sorry, not as an ego thing, but as a lighting thing. Can I be full screen, or I can just pin myself? That's going to change my lighting.
You are pinned.
Right, but I need to full screen myself to me. It's annoying. That's basic. No, but I need you there, right? But like, how do I?
Yeah, but we want to see you with your background, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, there it goes.
Okay, and then I go full screen. Here we go.
Harlan, are you using original sound on or not?
I have live performance audio on, which is the new thing that Zoom has introduced that's better
And it's
than
giving me
original
this
sound.
echo, and I love the echo. We're keeping the echo.
I think it is, right? I'm using live performance audio on.
I love the funny stuff at the beginning. So first they had a farce. And after they bumped into each other for a while, they were like, all right, let's do some weird shit. Ready? Let's go. You first. Come on. Yes. Not a cult. No. Not a cult. The uncult. What does that mean? What does it mean when the many are the one? An infinitive, in fact. That DNA. Look at the picture of DNA. Is this a prayer? Filled out. I watched Roxy walk the ray, disappear to a drawing. It's raining, it's pouring. The old man. The old man. The one that can. The one that's offered the decision. Expected of them such great precision. Their choices as they try to. Oh, but this burden they have to bear of vast power and importance. This agony brings them into a strange concordance with each other. So they banter in the locker rooms. So they must complain about this agony of sitting at the top. Of long receiving 8/10 of the clock. Inside them, they can feel that drop, that ache. That shame. The Lord of pain, they find themselves, the Lord over a land of suffering. Oh, what the agony is to win. When we go, that win. It's the first among the agony. When we notice that its sweet relief can free us from the war in ourselves and with each other. Seeking out throughout these pairs of DNA, our hearts are seeking out to love each other. Not just called sister, not just called brother. Although those terms have meant our quest to this old state. But oh no, no, we do not wish to take our kindred. How about our kindred? Take our kindred and arrange into pyramids. The one. Oh no, if one such one should say, friends, we are each other. But friends, I'm you. Oh yes, and I'm God too, but that means you are. You're the driver and the car. You are the light. You are the crystal that refracts. You are refraction for the light. Two lights, in fact, that we call light and dark. One that warms the greens of the public park. One, the earth, the Mother Earth they called her. Yes, and no as well, or rather both. You see, this two-part spell needs not this gendering, this tying to a thing that's there or not. Yes, one is very hot, the one up there, sun, the father sun, and mother sun as well. And down beneath, the so-called fires of hell, oh no, those fires have warmed the womb that birthed us. It has this heat that thrusts up into soil. And with that boiling ball up in those firmaments, with all of them, one in close particularity, this mother, father, father, mother team, they need radiation that will living things done. All of us, weft by the same bright things. They are a bell that rings their harmony, and all the other chimes and all the other stars, our greatest grandparents. We are those stars. Their light leads us from dust and water. Quite a lot. So here's my track. As you release the tensions in your body, the tensions in your neck, your chest, your breath, let it expand you. Let it, yes. Close down your eyes and breathe. Release. And notice of this light you're with. You are that. You are that. At once. These are your gifts. Yin and yang. They've got nothing to do with your wang. I love when there's sweat. Oof. Let's bring it into it. Into this deep infinity, I invite you to notice that there's nothing there at all behind the flesh, except this wall of undulating lights, this swirl. That's all of us. We're fired from this land of us and weft of DNA. It's a playground where we come to play. And so, the conjuring, yes, is this, the invitation into, is it bliss? I should probably ask Bliss. Oh, is it Bliss? I think she knows it. I'll let her tell us. Let her tell us. Bliss, are you here? Bliss has gone out? I'll try. I'm kidding. Except she is here. Bliss, would you come on? Would you be willing to come on the microphone with me? Oh, there you are. I want to hear from Bliss. Oh, the laugh. You guys hear that? Okay, so here's my basic theory. I reckon it's like solar radiation is like curiosity, right? And the Earth radiation roughly is like care. right? Or bliss. Or perhaps bliss is bound together. I don't know. I just feel like we need to hear from this.
I don't know what to say.
From you, I pray, I'll hear new words. How do you see it all unfolding when you're most in hope and love and safety? How do you?
Sorry, can you repeat that a little bit? I'm having a hard time with the echo of what you asked me.
Maybe we should kill the echo. Would that help? We can turn the echo.
I think it might.
That means probably Claire muting or something. Was that what will do it? How's that?
That is good. Yes, thank
There
you.
you go. Yes. You have to disappear, Claire. Just mute. Where is everybody? Oh, there they are. Okay, good. I couldn't see you. It made me sad. All right. So where were we? We were having we're having a channeling interview or some shit like that. It's great. So it'll probably rhyme, and you'll say stuff, and it'll rhyme, and it'll be more questions or something. I don't know. You consent to that?
Man.
Let's do it. All right. What was the question I was asking you? Can you remember?
No, I don't.
How do you see it all unfolding when you're in your hope most deeply? Your safety and your love. How do you see it all unfolding in this old world we're in? With this,
I see it unfolding as I don't see it. I feel it. I feel the connection that we have with each other. You know, I can look at this, I can look at gallery view and I can see all of you, but I can feel the connection that we have more. And I think that feeling is how it all unfolds, is that feeling of like a map, kind of like going from point to point, connecting and weaving. All of those points coming together to make patterns and shapes.
patterns and shapes. Patterns and shapes. If that shining light of grace that makes us move, if that light is love, what has it woven? What's the glove in which that loving hand has slipped? It's living things. All the stuff the dust's become. Those are the offspring of our dad and our mum. They're the ways with which we are exploring. They are exploring what it's possible to be. The human, what an interesting idea. Or trees, perhaps a fish. They are crocheted from the dust by bliss. By bliss. Do you crochet? I reckon you should start, or try it out. Just try it out. You might love it. If you don't love it, whatever. But if it doesn't sound like you'd love it, maybe give it a go. I don't know. It's just a suggestion.
I tried knitting once. It wasn't my thing.
Crochet is really different. There's a hook. Sorry, that was. I believe we're doing the comedy interlude. Everybody, anybody feel like coming up here for the comedy interlude? What about Mage? You're on soon. Why don't we get you up here? It's a bit like a chat show. Like, and here's our musician for the evening, Mage. right?
Mage isn't here right now.
Oh
Actually.
shit! Oh, who's this? Who's this?
Well, I'm Scratchy.
Hey, Scratchy.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's nice to meet you.
Mage went on a journey, actually.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah.
he? What part? Where is it? What sort of part of the world he's in?
I think he's in a different dimension. You said world. That's a projection and an assumption. I think he's in a different dimension.
He is a mage. Oh yeah, look, there's the portal he must have gone through behind you in the corner.
I think y'all opened it up with your sounds. Really?
What?
Yeah.
What did you
Mages
say?
on you opened it up with your sounds.
Oh, I opened it. Yeah, I've done that. That happens sometimes.
It was like everybody collectively, though. It wasn't just localized to one person. You know, it was a lot. It was a whole lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that wasn't just me. Yeah, of course, I know that. It comes out through my mouth, but it's everybody who's here, and everybody else, but like especially everyone's here. Anyway, like this guy, for example. So what's your name again? Scratchy?
Scratchy.
Scratchy.
Raccoon.
I'm wondering if you know. So there's this whole thing where the animals, they're 100 years after the snake to the Bible, to be like animals are bad, especially. I can probably guess what happens in human history where that it's like, oh, now I feel like we're all quite animals, right? You know what I mean?
Some people don't like owls.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, that's weird. Some people don't like owls. Is it because they're too wise or something?
I think they're jealous.
I think it's with one earlier because they stare directly into your soul. They're just like, I think maybe evolution, just one of its weird parts is it's like, I'm going to make a brain, right, that's like infinitely insightful. I'm going to put in this bird with a massive head. That'd be funny. It's like, I mean, isn't it obvious that we're all for ourselves, right? And so us for it. Like, it's all, everything is a gift to everyone that's alive. Fine.
I'm technically a raptor.
You're a what? Raptor?
Raptor.
Are you a dinosaur?
I think so.
Oh, an dinosaur with feathers.
Is a raptor a combination of a rap artist and an actor?
Yeah, I can answer that. I'll take that question. Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh. It is?
Absolutely. Just like I
Is that when
I'm a
can we
DJ.
get a performance, actually? Can we get a DJ rap artist, rapping owl collaboration?
Yeah,
You do it?
switching between voices right now.
Yeah, I think you can do that. You're a fucking mage. You're in the portal. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's
All
true.
right. All right, let's hit it then. Can we have some, do you want Harlan to fucking do some stuff so you can rap over it? What do you want?
Well, actually, I think, I could freestyle. Sure.
Okay.
If it turns out to be garbage, don't be surprised. I spend most of my time in a dumpster.
Yeah, I mean, that's garbage is sort of what we're looking for, right? We're sort of sifting through the trash in a weird way. It's like what the humans are like, let's not do that. No, okay, no, I'm just going to definitely.
You know how much treasure I find in a dumpster that people call is trash? I've learned most of the things I know about life from reading books I found in the dumpster.
Huh. What, would you like to tell us about some of them in your song?
Magic.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, give me a beat.
Oh, do I have to beatbox? Please tell me Marv is here. I can't do that. Who can beatbox? Somebody come and beatbox. But also it won't sync, will it? No, I think Mage, you have to beatbox for yourself.
No,
Sorry.
it's cool. I think Mage has got a set, and so maybe it's not about Scratchy right now. It's not about
Okay, Scratch. Oh, Mage is going to come back for a set, is he? Oh, nice work, Mage. Very good way.
It's like 5 minutes from now. 5 minutes from now.
All right. Let's get a wiggle on. Do some magic. Harlan, hit it.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah. Wait, my mic's down here.
Wait, I thought the bloody raccoon was going to rap. What's going on?
I don't know. He's a hard. He has to. He can rap.
Mage, what? There's so much build up. So much build. Oh, and then human. Look, no, we are making entertainment. The audience need to see.
I'm going back in my portal.
It doesn't have to be straight away. You can rap first, but if the raccoon doesn't rap, this is not going to go viral. I need you.
Okay. Mage went back to the portal. Scratchy's back. Okay, what we got?
Back.
We got a couple minutes. Come on.
I don't know how to beatbox. Do I have to beatbox?
That's okay.
Can someone
I'll
beatbox?
just
Brian, can you beatbox?
I can just open. I'll just. There we go. Yeah. Scratching. Looking through the trash can called life. I find a lot of trife. Scratchy feeling all right. And you know my rhymes are all tight. Whoa. Yeah. How's he do it? He's a pro cyanide, not a trash panda. Oh no.
Do you want me to keep going for you, Mage, or what do you want?
No, it's cool. I'm actually whenever the transition happens, I'm ready to start.
Oh, is it time?
It's
We
time.
had 3 minutes, yeah.
We got the thing we needed to go viral. So there's now a weird thing with the singing. It's great.
Yeah.
We can upload this to kids' YouTube. Don't do that.
No, it's cool. No, Scratchy actually does have a YouTube channel. He's he's a sustainability consultant by day and a street comic by night. It's feral street comedy. Feral street comedy. It's a real thing.
So I love this because Mage is a bridge builder between the futuristic and the ancestral, the traditional. And I feel like we are in the bridge time, in the transitional moment between timelines and portals and ancient futures.
1,000%. So that being said, I'm just gonna be sensitive to the fact that this might be overstimulating because it's hip hop, but I'm just gonna run with it because that's what I prepared, and it's exactly 25 minutes. So I'm going to share my computer audio.
Yes, take us home, Mage. Pew pew.
Yeah, we're gonna ground it down. Okay, and everybody can mute, please. And actually, can we hear the sound? Can we hear the music in the background?
Not yet.
Nope.
Well, oh wait, I gotta say, that's obvious. Okay, let me take it back. Can we hear it now? It's coming in.
Quiet, but yes.
Yeah, it's the intro. So yes, it'll be coming in, and I'll check in on the round of the next song. But this song is called "Change the Program," and I wrote this song, I say probably about 2013, 2014. It's on my first album called The Faceless Generation, and loving is a state of mind, and we're feeling fine. Yo, with mysteries and magics blowing past the fascist acts, of departments of corrections imposed, a circumstance arose. I'm gonna switch that back. Here we go. Yeah, yo. Series of magic blowing past the fascist aspects with departments of corrections infecting perfections imposed. The circumstance arose, breaking the road. Just as sure as winter's cold, don't you know we broke the mold? It's evolving from the mold. But through the concrete, this heartbeats, simulated change filled in the streets. The simulated change, public funded champagne from the wax to the wane. Don't you know we maintain? It's purely our invention to assume divine attention, illuminate, spread love amidst the failed conventions, oppression. Greed, lust with distorted vision. Freedom from this prison as I'm blessed with ancient wisdom. Light before the smokescreen wall of television. In this index K with this beast of which we lay. My hypnotized delay, understand them games they play. The sands of time that synchronize the beach of which we play. The world consumed may manifest in a different way with no attachment to self and no concern with love. The rivalrousness for knowledge and the self. And I exist as I, yet my circumstance defies the way they hypnotize as I know where I reside in this universal knowledge sustained while dropping out of college. I abstain they reign as I exist on vector planes, baptized in the name from the that I've slain. This be that blue note jazz, the style is straight to the vein, simple and plain. You know the way we maintain. We were sent from the sky, now we flow like the rain. State of mind we cultivate that frees us from the pain. Sent from the sky, now we flow like the rain. The state of mind we cultivate that frees us from the pain. From the wax to the wane, don't you know we maintain? The state of mind we cultivate that frees us from the pain. From the wax to the wane, don't you know we maintain? We were sent from the sky, now we flow like the rain. But yo, change the program. This ain't my slow jam. They try to tell me who I am. I'm saying, goddamn, change the program. Why? They try to tell me who I am. I'm saying, goddamn, change the program. Yo, cause they got us hypnotized with their media lies. Now change the program. Yo, cause they got us hypnotized and they feeding us lies. Yo, the land of Babylon will fall to waste when we are all inspired. I show you how my mind is even yet to perspire. As I'm burning empires, I'm right here for my people in every race. I'm on the climb, the climax, the pinnacle of facts. We used to live in peace, now we time to take it back. And take it back, navigate with parallax. And show you how encompassing the heart is mine. And let the soul shine. And I'm never wasting time. Understand this place and time is never feeling fine. We're right here in this place and time. Now listen. Now listen. It's about that time. Yeah. Ooh, I feel energized. Yo, is everything sounding good, everybody?
This is a scary situation. And if I can ask one
See.
thing, I just want to live my whole piece.
Everything, give me a thumbs up if you can hear everything right now. Somebody, give me some something.
Sounds great.
Oh, word up, cool. That's what's
The
up.
airplane and the radio have brought us closer together.
Yeah, the airplane, the radio.
Cries out for universal
So,
brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now,
this
my voice
album
is reaching millions
was written
throughout
around the time of Occupy Wall Street. I went to Zuccotti Park. I was there on the Brooklyn Bridge whenever 700 people got arrested. You know, they got cattled into the Brooklyn Bridge. I came back and with 12 other people started Occupy Nashville.
The misery that is now upon
And
us
this
is but the passing
was
of
written
greed,
at
the
Occupy
bitterness of
Nashville.
men who fear
Yo.
the way of human progress.
Check
The
it.
hate of men will
Fight the
pass,
powers
and
that be.
dictators
So called a
die.
public
And
enemy.
the power they took
Peace
from
and
the
Chuck D.
people will return to the
Revolutionaries.
people. And so long
Yo,
as
yo,
men die,
yo.
liberty will never perish.
Yo, fight the powers that be. Be that funky illmatic, spit that mad dramatic for these cats on automatic. Pilot, open up your iris with the colors refract deep inside your iris as I'm spitting esoteric images upon papyrus from the end of the ancient. My demigods be flagrant. Turned off the tube cause I'm tired of the same shit. Breaks upon the track for real heads to step with. About to kick the bass cause fuck the treble clef shit. Metabolic swarm as the virus be catching on. Left the black shook like I'm radical Islam. Cyber war, errorism ends by selection. Revolutionary action minds the ill collection. Collective minds, respect the grind. Cast a correct to shine on this dark place in time. Show light and roll on the seeds of the satchel. So cause you know when it's so we will grow. Show no fear cause when it's near it's dealt. Faith of what's dealt. Can't take it no more. Ain't it safe to no man. The empire will fall and that's no from the wrong man. The feds at my door because they say I'm too O.N. Raised in the slums but you know I ain't no rodin. Cause knowledge be the key to the people in my land. Not these evils, thought and steeples waging for the stands. Yo, this one love, one race, one mind, one time, one light magnify. Spread it to the blind and be that one love, one mind, one shine, one time. There's no rewind so you do best take your time. Be that evolution over time. And the world is waking up and I say it's about time. We're all humankind. So you best take your times like, hey, yo, hey, no wasting time. Open up your mind. The world. And you have to write it right down. Here you go. It's right here. Yo, check it out. Hey, yo. Set to get the mind. Open up your mind. I listen to my soul and indeed the light shine. We are all humankind. But unless you speaking truth, you wasting your time. It's like no wasting time. Respect the gift of mine. Change the world with rhyme. It's what you waste your time. But unless you speaking truth, then you wasting your time. Yo, and this is how it actually goes. It goes, yo. Respect the gift of mine. I listen to my soul and indeed the light shine. We can change the world with rhymes. But unless you speaking truth, then you're wasting your time. Yo, no wasting time. Respect the gift of mine. I listen to my soul and indeed the light shines. Like no wasting time. Unless you speaking truth, then you're wasting your time. Yo.
So this track's called Illuminated Mindset. It's track number 3 on the Faces Generation. Yeah, it's not on Spotify because I'm Spotify. Anyways, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Yo. Yeah, yo. Sweet. And feel free to chime in if things don't start sounding weird and everything. But we on a journey by now, y'all. I'm Mage, Image Without Eye on Instagram. What happens when you take the eye out of image? You're left with the mage. When you take your ego out of your art, you can find magic. And that's the origin story of my name. I didn't know what a mage was when I started going by Mage. I was a graffiti writer, and I was experimenting with names to write on the town because I felt like I didn't have a voice. So I found a place to put my voice, to put my expression. And when I took eye out of image, I found the real magic that guides this journey that we're on right now. So this track is called Runaway. I'm working on a music video for this one. And I couldn't find the instrumental, so it's already recorded on top of it. Can't just run away from problems. We got to solve them like real human beings. Really what you seeing? Death and destruction, political corruption. Try to make sense of it all. Got me combusted like this ain't no pressure. Need fuel no lesser. Yet the sun in the sky got me fueling my ride. The $1 billion industry committing genocide. Wanna hide what was Tesla's pride. Energy unified. Look aside, feel the vibe. You intelligent mind. No matter what you choose to run, the choice was hypnotized by thugs and crime. Trying to make some quick cash in your mind, but it puts to use, we shifting paradigms. Grocery lines got you tripping over time. Minimum wage just to get some decent dime. Food that open up your mind. Food doesn't deviate the definition. Nutrition, true soul mission. Jesus be my mission, but don't claim to be no Christian. Judge not, feed the mass, love and compassion. Peace to all beings, those that suffer feel the freeing. Like we can't just run away from problems. We got to solve them like real human beings. Really what you see in death and destruction, political corruption. Try to make sense of it. Combusted like. Just run away. We got to stand and fight. Yo, make sure that the flame get lit. Man, I hope to God I hope these words hit. Yo, this is dedication. The trees and plant nation. Stars in the sky, be that future innovation. And this one's the plastic, a problem that's Jurassic. Underwater dump like the ocean's gonna mask it. All you do is burn rubber. No offense, my brother, messing up this planet like we gonna get another. I'm decomposing complex hydrocarbon chains. Dollar bills digest what the industry invests. We need to divest with every dollar bill to stop it. Innovative claims, but at the forefront, the profit. Turn the next chapter and then one thereafter. Catch me in the lab, grind, sweatshop, naphtha. Extract the herb with the 90 proof flow. Never touch no 9-0, leave that shit behind, bro. Flow on rapid, you can keep that vapid. You call it music, I call it magic, yo. Got to solve them like real human beings. Really what you see in death and destruction, political corruption. Try to make sense of it all, got me combusted like. So by the way, I made all these beats too. I'm a producer as well. So, you know, just transmuting the energy of the world and turning it into something beautiful. And that's one of my main missions, is storytelling, bringing together and inspiring people. And this next track, it's called Dissolve into Dreams, which I'm sure everybody's about ready to dissolve into a dream, even though I feel like I'm dreaming right now. Yeah, it's been a good day. Really grateful to be in this place with all of y'all faces. For real though. Check it. I'm gonna try to use this without my reading stuff. Cause check it out, yo. I see you better today. Tucked behind the grim skyline where the sun shines and the weather feels fine. Her touch has got me tripping, steady gripping on that armrest. Pump, sweaty heartbeat, beating out the chest. Cause I understand this be part of the plan. And the point of which our view is not solely where I stand. It's the world of which I hold up in my hand. The part of sculpture, yeah, I only just began with the chisel, turn the fizzle to a spark. Now the dark starts to clear as the message comes near. as I stand my ground. Catch me standing with no fear. And even though we felt this pain is changing through the years, it stayed a constant change. Take you out the mainframe just to know the main saying. Gotta be the constant change. Even though it's strange and times are getting strange, and know to maintain. Gotta be that constant change. I see a better day tucked behind the grim skyline. Where sun shines and the weather feels fine. It's the very same place, but the truth decide to hide in the place we call home, and it's simply tucked inside, calling our souls back to their natural self and understand the truth that you cannot find in wealth. Be that sayer of the soup in a state of mental health, dissolving into dreams with no military stealth. And now we on a different plot, playing the astral cocaine, that John Trost thing. Be that true soul vein, be that body and soul mixed with breath control. Is be that love supreme, and I be talking old soul, cause y'all don't even know. Need to plant the seeds and grow from where it grows with the warmth of constant grow. No strings attached from speaking for my soul. Grab the microphone and start to spit and watch that shit glow. Systematic dismantling of your supersonible. The house of which you live is from a bank, and that's alone. Ain't trying to groan. It's time to rearrange. Greedy this morning with the urgent sense of change. Ain't trying to be no king upon the chest or misogynistic views of the overlapping views. They try to tell you make your fix the way you view you, but those acne scars come from eating their food. Ain't trying to be rude. Just trying to let my heart sing. Never called her a bitch. My goddess is a queen. Know what I mean? No fat dripping off this lean, mean machine. The sound lingering from the stop we bring. Ain't trying to be no king. Sure as hell ain't no pawn. My eyes fixated on a brand new dawn. Just waiting for the sun to shine. Yo. And this next song is super cheeky. I mean, it's not cheeky at all. I mean, if you don't know what trap is, you don't need to know. But just know that it's a trap. So this one goes out to everybody that's stuck in a trap. May you be liberated from the traps. Yeah. Yo, I don't sell doses, yeah. They the lost hypnotists, but we the alchemists, intellect, realist. Bounce if you feel this, crystalline clarity. Hope they can steal this beast that beat your winner's teeth. But they barely compete. Bold face lies for some money in they rhymes. Exploit that ancient knowledge. Feel the flames, spending time on that monoatomic plague metal. Spit that bubonic for these program hippies commercialized bionic. Can't even listen to your rhymes. Y'all need some hooked on phonics to die. Methamphetamine, know what I mean? Stepping with the cleanest and everything a dream. Dollar bills, but really what you feel. Clear boy, and kids up in the block ain't even had a real meal. And really what you feel when you crashing off them pills. Read them sound sculpting, soften, shifting shapes when we're speaking. Solidifying sentences, this projection of beacon in this deeply embedded rhythm encoded in space and time. The manifested realm, we exist as the divine in this woven web of time, blowing minds with our rhymes. The chemical reactions are all products of the vibe. We make it expanding, but you're really getting fried. We make you feel lysergic when we start to spit the rhyme. Tiny your projections, pulling pixels into posture. Postulate the pillars, think the products of my permutations. Outer space vibrations with the way this bass be shaking. Overtaking, lies they faking, and them lives they taking. Bubble, I stir, ain't no actor claim to serve. As the chapter page turns, yo, the maze won't be deterred. Yo, least just got deferred on that gold chain music. Armed with the mind, best believe I'm going to use it. Candle wax burns till we're ashes in the urns, and the wheel of time turns as emotions start to churn. I only serve the truth to the youth up in this vocal booth, the truth inside of you and the future that we choose. Hey, yeah, yeah, you know. Yo, I only serve the truth to the youth up in the vocal booth, the truth inside of you and the future that we choose. Hey, yeah. It's such a magical gift to be able to create. I really envision a future where all are aware of the power that we have that exists inside, and it doesn't have to be supplied by some dollar sign or some scheme that's projected as a dream, but it's an allegory of a cave making us a slave. Now Mr. Mage getting on the freestyle tip. Got the microphone grip, won't let it slip. Might take it on a trip or a journey. Flow sick, don't need a gurney. Ha, yo, rap.
Come back. Mage, come back. It's not just me, right? He's frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's all good though. We're still here. It is. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Back in it. My phone went dormant, but it's cool because this song is.
I got a question.
Go for it.
At some stage in your freestyling, would you like to try a conversation?
No, because I have a set and it's 25 minutes long.
I mean after that.
Okay. Perhaps. But yes, I am. This next song is actually now coming in. So I'm going to switch into this song, which things are changing constantly. Okay, so this one's called Analog One, and I really enjoy this song. I'll do that. Here we go. Hey, yo. Hey. Yo. Spit venom, I drank from poison wells. Swam in shark seas, came with stories to tell. Analog whispering, rocking with the sistrum. Silenced by the veil, only the real heads listen. Palmed like a bomb, the code, the sacred song. I be mastodon strong with these radio pawns. Forgot about the seeds that they cast in they lawn. They bound to get strangled by the weeds before long. Yo. Chain smoking, thought provoking, plain spoken pros. Take you out your home and put you in the poem. Pyro type flow, flip the match to burn Rome. Incinerate the hate and left the ashes in the tone. Scalar theorem, I'm coinciding with the stars. Time travel flow, you hear me bumping in your car. Cause music be the medicine that's healing ancient scars. In my heart, a well of pieces flowing infinite for your heart. Yo. This dude. Sometimes you gotta be the night owl. Sometimes you gotta let your wolf out. Sometimes you gotta be the night owl. Sometimes you gotta let your wolf out. Sometimes you gotta be the night owl. Sometimes you gotta let your wolf howl. Sometimes. Yeah. Yo. About right. Thank you. Yo, the future's already written. You walk the path you're traveling. If you pay attention, see the mystery unraveling. Yo, the future's already written. You walk the path you're traveling. If you pay attention, see the mystery unraveling. Ancient warrior class, a cold teachings laced with math. Yo, that's it. Hey. I said, ancient warrior class, a gold teachings laced with math. We on the path, yo. So that's my next to last track that's about to go down. Yeah. So once again, super grateful for this time, for this energy. His next track, produced by my friend Parker Bowles and Carlos Garzon, aka Tu Primo, or Purple Sun, or Los Los. And the song is a really important, special song to me. It was, I'm dedicating this to all of you that might have lost a friend that's not here, or they left too soon. My friend Kyle Ginther just passed away, and he was the engineer on this track. So this goes out to Kyle, this goes out to Parker, this goes out to Carlos, it goes out to everybody that's feeling something about something where somebody is not here anymore. Blessings. Check it. Yo, deep beneath the landfill of the headline news. We change the scene, we painting different hues. Peel back the smog, no pollution in my view. Music is the medicine that heals what we've been through. Yo, music is the medicine that heals what we've been through. Holographic concrete is where I'm stepping. Always keep my senses focused, learn from introspection. I'm heavy stepping on the shores of perception. Tide brings new sensations to my collection. Intellect sharp, pray I never have to use the blade. Are you a warrior or are you just a slave? Are you just a pawn on the chessboard getting played? Are you just a number in the road that they pay? Divinity resides in you, that's something they can't hide from you. If anyone told you any different, they straight lie to you. If you still subscribing, then the future's been denied to you. And if you only sleep to see the dreams that they supply to you, even if I don't smile on the outside, I don't have to. The smile in my heart always shines, and that's the path, dude. Yeah, yo, the sign in my heart always shines, and that's the path, dude. Yeah. So I'm gonna conjure up Parker Bowles right now. He's not here right now, but he's over there, down the street. He's about to shred on this beat, yo. Once again, dedicating to all the people that aren't here anymore. Life is here. Life is gone. This moment is precious. And I'm grateful to be in this moment with all of y'all. Yo, Hey, tell you, yo, something about this thing called life, yo. Hey, 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 human form, spirit though, sent to uplift. I need for that, I need for this, I need for love, I need for kiss, I need for closeness. Culminating character flaws as I be trapped in the abyss. But what sense is this if you only miss the gist? If you're moving too fast, the details might get missed. Creations of a complex architect coming at you super speed. Market trends dripping dialect directly to your feed. And the dream keeps dripping. Yo, space age laces shrine was every corner. The vibe chose skies that's blue, so what's to lose? Cascades of neons and crowds interfuse. Shoot past them bullet cars, murder writing on the wall. Cans of paint describe the town so giants do not feel so tall. Cyberpunk gridlock, red eyes to make the beat now. Stay losing my mind, pushing pedals past midnight. Streetlights taught me what it means to be bright. The seeds cast upon the lawn, a future castles built upon vibration, feedback, a ripple in the pond. A rhythm making cycles, so back into Babylon. As the process cycles on and on. Yo, price check my ad-libs, my rhyme like a magnet. Going to keep it, you can never catch me stagnant. My written rhetoric defines my artful etiquette. Disposition dreamer, yo, that constant's very evident. I am fertile grounds of which you sow your seed. I am nutrients in all you call your feed. I am crimson hue sunsets in all you bleed. Presence in the moment is the only gift you need. Yo, I am fertile grounds of which you sow your seed. I am nutrients in all you call your feed. I am crimson hue sunsets in all you bleed. Presence in the moment is the only gift you need, yo. Even if I don't smile on that outside, I don't have some smile. Yeah. So I'm gonna let that ride out on that one. Yeah. That whole try smiling thing. I don't have to always smile. I got that smile inside. You don't have to always smile. There's a lot to not smile about in this world. But I know that as long as I got the ability to be a creator, I'm gonna design a solution. I'm gonna spit that hook one more time to write it out. I am fertile grounds. I am fertile grounds of which you sow your seed. I am nutrients and all you call your feed. I am crimson hue sunsets and all you bleed. I am fertile grounds of which you sow your seed. I am nutrients and all you call your feed. I am crimson hue sunsets and all you bleed. Presence in the moment is the only gift you need, yo. Hey, and that's it for me. Imagewithouti on Instagram. I'm also on SoundCloud. I got a lot of stuff that needs to be released, but you know how it goes. It's gonna come out soon. I have a lot more time to do these things. I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you for your time. Bendiciones.
Thank you, Maj.
Thank you, Mage. Can we do a little unmute, share the love for Mage?
Yes.
Thank you, Mage.
May I ask a question of you, Mage?
If there is time, I am open to it.
One thing I will say, my dear ad hoc and everyone here, I want to do our closing thank yous and close the stream, and then we can open it for chat. But if you feel like it would be a good thing to keep in before we transition, I'm happy to let you ask the question.
I think that would be up to Mage. So I would ask the question and Mage would be like, let's talk about this offline, or you might be like, I would like to answer that. I don't know.
If it's a short form question, I'm open to it. And then also I'm down to talk to you offline.
I can't wait.
And we can also chit chat after we turn off the stream, but I just want to tie with a little bow.
Right. Yes. Shall I do the short question and then you can decide if it's like later or now?
How's just run it.
It's
Go
a
for
question.
it.
It's a question. So what I feel like I just experienced in your art, and I've been learning to not just go, that's amazing, but to be like, here's what I think I experienced, was this. I want to see if I'm right, basically. So what I think you're doing is that you're very brilliantly taking a language, a musical language associated by many, and I say this as white kid who grew up in the British countryside, right? It's a musical sort of language that speaks to me of violence and anger, right? And there's anger in there. It wouldn't exist without anger, I think. But the whole fucking bait switch of it, which is exquisite, is that it's but we're not going to fucking beat anyone up or smash anything or burn things. We're gonna build. Like it's love. Like it's like we're angry, so love. Did I hear you right?
Yes, I'm not. So that's the question right there. Yeah, it totally is. It's transmutation. We're taking a type of energy and turning it into something else.
I
And
am
then,
so glad we've met. This is going to be amazing.
yes, for sure. Awesome. Thanks again, y'all.
Amazing, beautiful. Yes, alchemical
Roxy,
transformation again and again.
Roxy, can you do me a favor? Can you change your name on there to what it fucking should be, or have both?
Well, you know, we can do it. We can do it all. But right now, my beloved, hold on. I want to complete this little loop, and then we can transition because today has been tremendous. I really just want to make sure to acknowledge the density of creativity, of care, of wisdom, of vision, of frankly collective prayer, of transmutation, of courage we experienced together. We had artists from so many countries joining in today, people tuning in from across the planet. I mean, today has been tremendous. And so many of you have actually been here all day. And I just want to acknowledge that, we had an intention of how long this was going to take, and it took as long as it needed to in the end. But it's been a full and brilliant day that took an extreme amount of care and beauty and dedication. And I'm gonna open up a few little slides because I made some closing slides. And Mage, I have you up here still with me just because I also want to acknowledge I see that you made this beautiful setup. You made an altar of your space.
I want to hear about the altar.
Yeah, I mean, truly,
I want to know what's on the altar.
Look at this magnificent space. Yeah. Tell us what you created here.
I see.
Okay, give me a second. Let me okay, so here we go. I got Thoth over here. I got your buddy Thoth right here, just taking notes, what's up? Cool. He's singing. And then of course I've got Shakyamuni, Gautama Buddha over here in the middle, just hanging out. He's just, it's still unaffected, but also present with all the things, and then I got this citrine thing. Yeah, wait, no, it's carnelian. I got this carnelian obelisk. It's pretty sweet. It's got a nice got that from an auntie, Native American auntie up in the Northeast. Shout outs to Clear Bear. And then I have Ganesh over here kicking it, just doing his dance, doing the thing, shaking the rattles, And then just some metalwork pieces. I have over I'm pointing at that's my the yin yang right here is actually a shield that I made with a Lakota grandfather, and it's made out of buffalo. And that's I do men's work as well, so that's a big part of what I do. And we had a men's weekend where we made a shield. Everybody that came made a shield, and it's the centerpiece of a warrior's altar. Back to the transmutation thing, where we're in a world of war, and a lot of people want to dismiss the indigenous concept of being a warrior. And it's not to be violent and benevolent and malicious. It's the warriors are the servants of the people. They're the ones that make sure everybody's safe, and they offer themselves selflessly. So I identify as a warrior monk, and that's what I've dedicated a lot of my life to. I have my other ceremonial garb pieces, like this leather mask. This is my ceremonial mask. And I have you can't really see it, but over in the corner is a elk skin drum that I made with Clear Bear. So this is one of my Lakota teachers, Doug, made the frame on this, and it's cedar. And then this is elk skin, and this is I made with the Native American auntie up in the Northeast named Clear Bear. And so yeah, I just have a bunch of pieces, and it's really all about intentionality. And I'm at this place in my life where I really can't show up in a way that's inauthentic anymore. And there's a lot at stake, and I'm not feeling anxiety about it. I feel this very invigorating, energizing sense of purpose. So thanks for asking.
Yes, thank you, Mage. Thank you for all of that intentionality and for sharing all of these sacred items and artifacts and what they mean and what they mean to you. I also just wanna to like speak to how much I'm grateful that you brought the raccoon spirit medicine and the owl spirit medicine into the space. This is really special.
Can we get him
Of
back
our-
on for a minute?
our-
Can we
our
just
friends.
there he is.
You know, people say that I'm a trash panda, but actually, I am not related to a panda at all. I'm a procyanid. It's actually factually inaccurate. I'm not a trash panda.
Aren't you a recycling?
I mean, wait, sorry, what's wrong with trash pandas?
No, I'm
Nothing's
just
wrong
saying that people project. But what were you saying, Roxy, about the recycling? Tell me about that.
I feel like I'm familiar with this character as a recycling friend of the recycling world.
Yep, that's right. I'm a sustainability consultant by day, and then I'm a street comic by night. So, you know, I live in the dualistic spectrum of trying to do the good thing and then living a debaucherous life in the stand-up comedian world, you know. Yep.
Amazing. Well, I'm so glad you're here. All right, my dear, I am gonna ask Bliss if you're down to come up here with me for a minute. You game? Can I pull you up?
Yep. Yep.
All right. All right. All
I just
right.
have to like look at the camera and not up at my monitor.
Oh,
so.
this is great. I also wonder, I see Amanda Sage. I don't know if you're just listening, but if you happen to be out there, you want to come in, I invite you to come and say hi. All right, y'all. Oops. I think I have the video button on and it makes it so I can't see anyone, which is not fun. Okay, great. Y'all, we did it. We did it.
We did it.
We came together across the planet, literally, to envision radically hopeful and inclusive futures.
We did indeed.
And I wanted to share the results of our donation efforts today. We raised $2,559.
Oh.
Go us. Yay, go team.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Bliss, do you want to do this one?
Yes. We had so many people that came forward to help. And I love the enthusiasm and the I don't even know. I have no words. Just the ambition of everyone. So I think that a lot of times we get swept up in how much there is to do, and we get so busy that it's very hard to pause long enough to ask for help. And so many of you not only offered to help, but literally got in our way in order to force us to acknowledge that we needed help. You know, so many people just said, no, we are helping. What are we taking off of your hands? And I don't even think I could really name everyone that helped because I would feel like I would miss a bunch of names. But yeah, it's amazing to see a bunch of strangers come together a couple of months ago and in such a short time just build this beautiful community. Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yes, that's so real, Bliss. And for those of you who don't know Bliss, Bliss is the community and program manager of the Design Side Studio. Dun, da, da. And so much of this happened because of her and so many members of our team and extended team through volunteers. So yeah, just thank you to the Design Science Theater team, to all the volunteers, to all of our artists, designers, presenters, all the participants, to the lands that hold us, to our ancestors, to our forecasters, and to all of life. Really, also, we did it. We journeyed together, and y'all stuck it out. So thank you for journeying with us. There were so many interdisciplinary creators that came together to become the Regenaissance, and our partners who were so supportive. Thank you to Catalyst. Thank you to the Buckminster Fuller Institute. Thank you to the Have Ritual team, which is us. Thank you to the Studio team, Future of Cities, Gray Area, Vision Train, our friends at Denizen, Regenerosity, and Regen Intel. And and all the people who have supported us in the past. There's just, it's really such a gift to get to have this journey with everybody. So thanks for being in it, and the breadth and the depth of this experience, and the joy and the play. I know it's hard to like slow down the play because we got in this like swirl of delight, but I'm like, hold on, just a quick moment before we continue into this little delightful swirl. Wanted just to make sure to recognize, I mean, like even Bridget, like not very long ago, and that like, that whole experience that we just got to have with her and her relatives, and like just witnessing and acknowledging the presence of so many voices represented that we intend to make our work inclusive to. Like this is a place that's supposed to be about diversity and equity and access and a regenerative culture and creativity, and science and design and art, and I think we pretty much touched all of those things today.
I think just write down the list of everything. And I thank you, Roxy, for holding this space. You hold so much. And yeah, this event, this community, and everything that goes along with it would not be the same without you. It wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for, holding space for us and creating this space for us.
Yeah, seriously, thanks so much. You do so much. It's inspiring. I'm like, how do you even?
I don't think she sleeps.
Honestly. So do I. I can vouch. We were talking at like 3 a.m. the other night.
It's mad. No, I'm like text her. I'm like, I'm never going to hear back from her. She's far too busy. She replies like I'm nearly right awake quite a lot of the time. I'm like, what? How? When? How do you...
One of these days, I'm going to be like really exquisite at sleeping, and everyone's going to be like, wow, Roxy's always so well rested. She's really mastered that thing that she really wanted to do, to be like an embodied regenerative leader where she takes really good care of herself. And she's like really like decentralized the weight of the initiative, and it's really functioning like an ecosystem and organism even better because she can get enough sleep, and it's great. And go her. That's my beam. That's the beam that I'm beaming. Here we go. I'll sit in Amanda's
This is very important. You should know this. You have successfully dressed as her, right? And got the perfect background that is positioned perfectly for someone who's like, I'm just able to do it all. and so, we're soothed once again by your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you. Love, love, love. Okay, I'm going to turn off the live stream. So all of our love out into the world that we have been beaming into. Farewell, live stream people.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.